I made this as a complete beginner selling digital products like journals and ebooks. And what used to take me weeks to create, I'm gonna teach you how to create with AI in just a day. If I could do it as somebody who had no experience, no degrees, was homeless at 19, quit every job I ever had, then I know you could do it too. I even have a way for you to get $200 to help you get started, but I'll go into that later. First, we need to understand how this works. To make money selling digital products, you need a four-step system. We first find our profitable product idea, then we create that product so valuable that people cannot help but buy it. We create our website super fast, and then we market it as much as we can. Anybody can have an idea, but only a small percentage of people actually have a profitable one. But what makes a digital product idea profitable? The way we know this is if we find a large enough group of people that have a painful enough problem that they're willing to pay us money for. The more painful the problem, the more money we can charge them and the more customers we can get. To find this painful but profitable problem, let's head to ChatGPT. What most people do when trying to find their digital product idea is they go to ChatGPT and they put a prompt like this: give me some digital product ideas that I could create really fast. My niche is fitness. This is not a good way to do it because it's not personalized, it's not good. You're probably getting really saturated and outdated ideas. That's why I created this custom GPT, which is trained on all the data from my videos and my knowledge as someone who's made over 6 figures selling digital products. To show you how this works, I'll be using your suggestions that you told me in the comment section and creating a digital product idea for you guys. Once you get to the custom GPT, all you need to do is just paste your niche. So Grace said that her niche is faith-based encouragement. If we had done things the traditional way, it would have been like, great, here's some ideas. But with this custom GPT, it becomes very easy because ChatGPT is breaking down exactly why this might not be a good idea. Well, it's just saying that right now your niche is a little bit too broad, and it's saying that this is the risk. They already exist in bulk and makes it hard to stand out. Whereas before, ChatGPT would have been like, oh my God, that's such a great idea, 6 figures. This one is keeping it real with you guys. And it'll give us our first step. We need to sharpen our audience, sharpen their problem. Who is the one person you most want this to help? Is it moms, new believers, students, working professionals, or someone else? And it's gonna prompt us to input this sentence: I help blank audience solve blank problem so that they can achieve this transformation. We can demonstrate this again with another person who said they want to create a product to help women who've been disconnected from their feminine energy. So we're gonna input our idea. You can see that ChatGPT just searched its knowledge. That is all my knowledge in my videos. It's gonna say, all right, I need to know 3 more things about you in order to give you actually good ideas. I need to know your experience and your story. I need to know your skills and your strengths and any constraints that you have, like how much time, energy, how techy are you? Once we know these things, then we can sharpen it into a good product that's not just, self-care. So I answered all these questions. This is just an example. And then it's like, all right, this is what I'm hearing. Given that, this is your best starting point: a short guided audio journey or PDF prompts. And this is how you can format it. Once you go back and forth with ChatGPT, you will have a profitable digital product idea because that's exactly what it's designed to give you. When I first got started making money, I had zero business setup. I was just some kid who was finally excited to be making money, so I didn't think about the boring back-end stuff. That was honestly such a big mistake because what nobody told me was that if I wanted to be serious about online business, then I needed to set myself up as a business from the very beginning. I actually had to learn this the hard way because if you guys remember those hundreds of dollars I was showing you earlier, I got hit with like a $10,000 tax bill from the IRS because I was being an amateur and mixing personal with business expenses. It was literally such a nightmare. I still remember when I got the mail from the IRS, but that's why I use Revolut Business now, and I partnered with them to bring you guys a $200 bonus. Revolut Business is an all-in-one business account built for people like us, digital creators, online entrepreneurs, and people turning a dream into reality. This is the exact app that I wish I would have had when I got started because it would have avoided me so many issues when it came to dealing with my business earnings. Revolut Business honestly does so much. Like, you could send and receive money in over 25 currencies and across 150 countries. So when I have to pay my video editor in London, that becomes super easy. You could also exchange money at the interbank rate, which is essentially the same rate that the banks use so that there's no hidden markups. You can issue both physical and virtual cards for yourself yourself and any members of your team, and even assign custom spend limits so that you're always in control of your money. The part that I really appreciate as someone who was always disorganized at tax time is that Revolut Business connects with tax tools like QuickBooks so that organizing your finances becomes a lot easier. Guys, do not sleep on this feature because this is exactly what I regretted not doing at the very beginning. Revolut Business really does do so much, so if you are signing up for any new tools or products for your business, then this is the card that you want to use. And to make it even easier for you guys, if you click the link below, sign up for Revolut Business, and add money to your account by the end of the year, then you're gonna get a $200 bonus. This is available for new business customers in the US. Terms and conditions apply. Now that you're set up to get paid properly, let's actually build the product that's gonna bring the money in. People usually take such a long time to create their first product, but for you, I want you to get it done in like a weekend. The way we'll do that is we'll create our MVP, or minimum viable product. This means that whatever you could launch the quickest to validate that your idea is even good enough, that is what you're gonna focus on. So instead of spending your time making a full-blown course, maybe you just start with a guide in an ebook, and then when you see you can make money from something quick, you can grow that into something bigger. This avoids you the common complaint of like, I spent so much time creating a product and nobody actually bought it. Well, if you do the MVP method, then you will never have that problem. We want to create the easiest, quickest product possible. For me, when I was starting in like the hair care niche, that was an ebook. I'm going to show you guys how you can create a similar type of PDF using ChatGPT, and you'll get this done in a weekend. So what we want to do is come to ChatGPT. Now that we have our product idea, do you guys see this dictate button right here? We're gonna click this button and we're gonna do what I like to call a brain dump. So the example that I'm gonna use is somebody who said their niche is resume creation and coaching. She said, I love doing this, I'm good at it. Great. So everything that you're good at, I want you to tell ChatGPT. So I'll press this dictate button and I will say anything related to resume coaching, everything that I know, all the tips and tricks and formats and frameworks that I've thought of, what has worked for me when I'm getting a job. And as you can see, ChatGPT is listening, and if you press the check mark button, it will transcribe everything for you. Once everything is transcribed, I want you to use this prompt. Again, it'll be linked in the description that says, this is a brain dump of all my ideas. I want to create an income stream to make an extra $1,000 a month. Please format these messy ideas into an organized outline and table of content. And also just say this is gonna be an ebook or a course or whatever it's gonna be. You can also just do this in Google Docs as well and import the document to ChatGPT and use that prompt. From here, ChatGPT gave us a unique outline. What people usually do is just try to have ChatGPT write everything for you. It's not gonna do that. It needs to use your knowledge and then just optimize it with AI, and that's how you're going to get a good product and not just AI slop. And it's even gonna say, here's some suggestions so that you can make this product marketable. So it says add some actionable checklists, emails, low ticket upsells, community option if you would like to. To get this ebook fully written, we just need to go in and say, hey, could you write each section? So I said, can you write part 1, the invisible work, so I can copy and paste it into Canva. Because we did that brain dump and it's our own voice in the way that we talk, I could say, use the way I talk from that document I uploaded or the brain dump that I uploaded. This is so it is in your exact tone of voice, so when you copy and paste it, it doesn't really sound like AI. From here, we're going to go to Canva. Canva does have a totally free plan, and when signing up for any of the paid plans, I can use my Revolut business card because this would be a business expense. In Canva, I just typed in guide in the search bar, find one that you think is nice, and then click on it and press customize template. From here, it's literally just copy and pasting everything from ChatGPT into Canva. So mindset reset, we're going to change that here to mindset reset. When we have our actual text that ChatGPT wrote from our knowledge and in our voice, again, we're just going to paste that. So now it is our thing. This is how you're going to get your completed ebook or guide in just one weekend and have it ready to sell. To change any of these images, just click on the image, and then in the elements tab, we're going to type in something, I don't know, like job, and then go to photos, and we can drag and drop whatever we want to in there. This one, for example, I think is really nice, and you can see I copied and pasted everything, so it is completely our own now. When we have our book cover chosen, we can use a free tool called Nano Banana to create some really cool mockups. So all I did was imported my image into Nano Banana, which looks like this, and then I said, hey, can you create a mock-up of this cover? I want it to be a busy mom sitting at a computer, and she has my book next to her. As you can see, it is our book right here, the same exact cover, but this could be our marketing or promotional material for our social media or anything. This is how you're gonna have everything related to that product up and running in a weekend, because AI can do so much. One big mistake that I made in the beginning that you probably hear me talking about a lot on this channel is selling on Etsy. I just wanted to get my product up and running, so I threw it on there, but it was a big mistake because after like 1,000 sales, Etsy randomly shut down my shop, and then that income stream was just gone. What I should have done from the very beginning was create my own branded website. This way, I wouldn't have had to worry about someone randomly shutting me down. I would get to keep more of the profits because Etsy takes so many fees, and I just look professional from the beginning. To create your website, again, this is gonna be quick and easy and free because we'll be using System.io. With System.io, you can have a free website, you can send emails, have a blog, all of that, and it is completely free. If I wanna upgrade to any of the paid plans, I can use my Revolut business card because this is another business expense. Click the link in my description to sign up for that, but when we log in, we're gonna see that there is something called sales funnels. We'll hit create, and then we'll name our product, click on sell, and then choose our currency. From here, we can click on add step, and then just give this page a name like sales or something, and then click on sales page. You don't have to start from scratch, just choose a template and then press save. From here, we have so many good templates that we can choose from for your website, and it'll be that same situation in Canva where we're just copying and pasting. If you see any template that you like, just click on preview template, and this is one that I like, so I'm gonna use it. What I'm gonna do is just screenshot this website like this, and then we'll drag this into ChatGPT. What I'm gonna say is, here's what my website template looks like. Use really good copywriting techniques, like for example, problem, agitate, solution. It's just a copywriting technique that I used when I worked with $1 million brands, so I always like to use that one. Use this style and tone, and then this is the product that I'm promoting. So you can drop your product, like your guide or whatever, in here. From here, I will copy and paste everything and then just enter that into System.io, and you can see it just fits perfectly there. You can change the pictures and the colors. You can even ask ChatGPT, hey, what picture should I put here? And then you will have your full website ready to go for free in just a weekend. People always ask me about marketing. They say it's the hardest part, but with AI, it no longer needs to be. This is because if you want to do faceless marketing, you're not showing your face, you're not being on camera, then we can use something like AI avatars to promote our product. We can also use AI to create any of the marketing materials so that you no longer have an excuse on why you cannot sell your product. You can do this completely organically, so you do not have to spend money on ads or anything. Everything is coming from free marketing that you can do on social media. Now, the social media platform that you market on depends on your target audience. So if your target is moms or women, you might want to be on Pinterest. If your target is younger people, you might want to be on TikTok. If your target is older people, you might want to be on Facebook. To create our marketing, I always like the path of showing your face and talking to the camera, but a lot of people, I know you don't want to do that. That's fine. We can use an AI avatar to do that. The website we'll be using for that is called HeyGen. The link for everything will be in the description below, but we have a few different options. I just want to try this quick avatar video. From here, you can see that there's all different types of avatars that you can use for your video. So you might say, okay, something like this one works best for what I want to do. You can see that she is in a lot of different looks. There's one where she's on the couch, there's one where she's looking more professional. I like this one where she's at her laptop. Then we can either type our script or we could upload or record audio.
Returning to work has always been scary for me as someone who took a bunch of time off. But thanks to the Refresh Guide, I now found my dream job.
I want you guys to play around with this until you find something that you feel like is good for your marketing. And of course, you could always just use your face. I just want to show you how to use AI if you don't want to. You guys now have everything that you need to start your digital product business. It has never been easier to make sales with this side hustle, and I'm glad that I started a few years ago rather than just letting my excuses get to me or my procrastination. If you guys have extra questions for me, just leave them down in the comment section below. I try to respond to most comments. If you want more advice about how to sell digital products, then I will put this playlist on the screen. Other than that, I will see you guys in my next video.